of skipped a lot. I should have recorded a lot of my steps, but I didn't, just because I was in such a rush to get everything done. But this is the final product. For now, at least. I might go back and buff it more later, or polish buff, same thing pretty much, or wax it more or whatever, or wet sand it. But for now, where was my last video? I can't remember, it was so long ago. Suffice to say, it turned out pretty nice. Although, not perfect. You can see imperfections. Like if I come in really close, you can see some minor imperfections, but in the grand scheme of things, considering I paid next to nothing, it's not really that big a deal. What else? Turned out really nice, I thought, anyways. I put on these rims. They're off a Toyota Supra. I got these rims. They were the stock color, but they had all that oxidization. I don't know what the right word is. It was oxidized, and I tried getting it all off with sandpaper and stuff, but it just wouldn't come off. There was so much on there, so I ended up deciding to just paint them. So I painted them black because I thought that was a good color. New tires, brand new tires. Cleaned up all the windows and everything. So I wet sanded this. It took me forever. After rolling on the paint, 6 layers, I actually rolled it on too thick. Because what happened was when I was researching it, the ratio that the guy told me was 20% paint thinner, 80% paint. But then later I found another thing that said 50-50. And well, it was too late for that by the time I had already rolled on 6 layers before I found another thing that said 50-50 ratio. So it ended up being really thick and really orange peeled, but after a hell of a lot of wet sanding, many hours. I would say at least 10 hours wet sanding. Going from 600 grit all the way up to 2000. Then it came out pretty smooth. Then I buffed it, which was a pain in the ass. Then I waxed it. Yeah, I waxed it. And this is how it finally came out in the end. Like I said, not perfect. Not by any means, but certainly a lot better than what I previously had, which was rotted out. I wish I had pictures. I didn't really take many pictures of it before I did the work, but it looked so bad before. Like the fenders were rotted out, and the rear arches were rotted out, and there was rust all along the bottom of the doors. Like everything is fixed. There's a few, like you can see here. This is where I sanded a little too much in the white. I covered the whole body in white first, then I painted the black on after. And I sanded too much here, so there's a little white coming through, but not that much really in the grand scheme of things. Cleaned up the windows because I had some stuff drip onto it and stuff. I wanted to tint the windows, but I'm thinking maybe not. Looks pretty good the way it is. Need to clean up the interior. I got all my crap there. Yeah. Everything else I pretty much got fixed. What did I used? Where is this stuff I used? 1 second. Okay, I'm back. This is the stuff I used. Turtle wax. Just a $4 thing. There's also not rubbing compound. There's a rubbing compound, polishing compound, and then there's this. When I was researching how to do this, like the $50 paint job, it said you shouldn't use the rubbing compound because it's too hard on the trim clad. So I used the polishing compound to like give it a gloss, because after you wet sand it, it ends up turning out pretty flat, like the paint's really flat. but then after using the polishing compound it becomes glossy. Then I put on this stuff here, which is the turtle wax, which gave it a nice glossy look. It's not like showroom shine or anything, but I mean, if you can kind of see it's reflecting everything. It definitely has a lot more gloss than... Hang on. Okay, so continuing what I was saying. It's in good shape. Got the oil changed, did everything, and I've actually been surprised because I've gotten a lot of compliments on the car. Especially considering like I kind of winged it and didn't really do a good job, and there's a lot of imperfections around some of the tight spots, but for the first time I've ever done a paint on a car and just doing a rolling job, it turned out really good. Yeah, if you're tight on money, I guess this is... Okay, so the final verdict. $50 paint job. Let's see. If you've got a hell of a lot of patience and don't mind your arm hurting for like a month, then yeah, it's worth it. But it's definitely going to take you hours and hours and hours of sanding by hand, rolling, and everything. Honestly, if I had to do it again, I probably would have just boxed off that garage in the back and sprayed it. Like paid the $200 for one of those devil line or devil. Oh, I forget what they're called. They're a spray gun, but because I'm pretty sure you can spray the trem clad too if you thin it out to the right consistency. But yeah, rolling it on did work, and it was like you can't tell that I rolled it on. But it certainly takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and it turned out really good. But if I had to do it again, I would have sprayed it on. So yeah, if you're tight on money and you don't want to spend the money to get a spray gun, yeah, $50 paint job does work, definitely. And it turns out pretty nice too. I mean, I've gotten a lot of compliments on the car. I've got people drive up and give me thumbs up going through intersections, or guys coming up after I park, so it's definitely good enough that people think it looks nice. But it's all a patience thing. If you got the patience, then go for it. If not, get a spray gun and try it. I mean, that's what I did. I didn't get a spray gun, but I tried this. I didn't have zero experience painting or body work or anything, and I just did it. You know, you might as well try, and it's a learning experience. Anyways, turned out really good, or fairly good at least, considering what it was before. So, that's all for now.